Kevin, obviously, before the game, they showed the tribute video, and I just was curious, what was your reaction to seeing that and seeing how they put that together, and what were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of good moments in the video. You was able to relive some of those memories real quick. But it was good to come in here and get the season started off right with a W.
Mm-hmm. Curious, just looking at Devin, you told me before the game, like, we're going to need him to be that guy. What was it like seeing him tonight?
Yeah, it was incredible. He started off just flaming hot, 15 points in the first quarter, and just got us going. Just kept us there the whole night. You know, we're going to need that from him all season. Running the offense, making the great plays late, making those 3 assists late. You know, we're going to need that going forward. So it's a good first win. And, you know, I didn't shoot the ball particularly well. EG got some great shots. He didn't shoot as well as he wanted to, but our defense held us down, and we was able to get the win.
You had guys that hit huge shots, Okogie, Gordon. How big will that be moving forward for those guys that hit shots like that?
Yeah, it's going to be huge. I like the trust that we had in them, and we're making that pass, making those reads, and those guys knocked it down, you know. We talk about it every day. It's just being ready and being prepared when that ball comes you to make a play, and those guys came out there and made big shots. EG, after missing some open ones, some layups, some shots that he normally makes, he came down and hit that huge 3 right there. So, and then Nurk with the finish as well. It was a great game. I think defensively we was able to get stops. It was 100-99, and we didn't let them get the lead again. So our defense was on point.
Kevin, a lot of new parts, obviously, with your team just for the first game of the regular season. How do you think just the chemistry was offensively for you guys? It was
solid. It was solid. I mean, we was able to get good shots all night. You know, we went up pretty big there at the end of the second quarter and was able to get some momentum going into half. They took it back. We got down 8-10, and we still weathered the storm. You know, so that shows that we're starting to, you know, get comfortable with one another and understand what our roles are.
Hey, Kevin, not sure if you were asked about the crowd or the response that you got going into this game, but how did it feel? I mean, it's been 5 years since you played in the area with fans. How are you feeling in that moment, and how do you feel like your relationship with this fan base has evolved since you've left?
Yeah, it's always good to be recognized for, you know, the work you put in. So it was exciting to see people that I haven't seen in a while, some familiar faces, and I feel like the fan base here got nothing but love and respect for me as an individual player and as a person. And, you know, that's all I can ask for.
Hi, Kevin. It's not one of your nights, but how do you think of the Warriors' defense on you, and how does it feel to play against your old teammates?
No, it was great defense. I think they did a good job, which is showing bodies, being physical. And that's what they do. That's they hang their hat on, this defensive side of the ball. And we still was able to weather the storm and get a W. So just keep building from here.
KD, is it hard to control emotions when you have a night like this? You know what's coming up on the schedule. You're going to open here, national television, packed house, your return. How do you channel that energy?
I just try to focus on my job, doing it the best of my abilities. Just staying focused and locked in with my teammates. It's play so long. You know, it's a lot of friends and, you know, family that you see when you go to these games, people that you play with, work with all this time. So sometimes that can come rushing back, but my teammates had my back all night. Coaching staff had my back all night, and we was able to come in here and get a nice win on the road.
Yeah, I had one more. You know, it's interesting just watching you tonight and, you know, getting shots you normally hit. I mean, I'm watching 2 or 3. I'm like, that usually goes in. But just to see how you said the guys having your back, how much did that mean for you tonight to know that they see you not shooting well, but still doing their part to help the win?
Yeah, that's just the name of the game for us. You know, regardless as the shots go in, we still got to play extremely hard. And I think we made winning plays all night on the defense side of the ball. You know, shots gonna go in. That's just it's a make or miss league. You know, we can't Our defense got to be there every night. Our attention to detail got to be there every night, regardless of how our shots fall. So I think we did a good job of just picking one another up and making the right plays and finishing the game off.
Thanks, Katie.
Thank you, sir. Yep.
Devin, first, obviously, being able to have the ball at the end of the game and make the plays that you made, just maybe speak to what that was like, being in those moments you've been in before, but to be able to do it in opening game and find a Kogi and Gordon and Nurkic for a huge shot. What was that like for you tonight?
Just, trust building with the team. This is game one, and, we understand that, we have the depth, we have the talent all the way around, and, just using that. I had it going in the first half, and we knew that they're going to throw some different type of defense at us, and, they did that down the stretch. And credit J.O., credit E.G., Nurk for, finishing those plays. But, this was a good win for us. I think, a test like that the first game, how we can see the energy sway and, the game go back and forth and then tighten it up down the stretch to get a win. It was big for us.
Clearly you were ready to go right from the start. Well, what was that first quarter, first half like for you, just, with the toe and still going for it?
I'm not really too much worried about it. I feel complete when I'm back on the court. So, it's been a long summer. I start losing confidence in myself, and I need to get back out on the court. I feel better out there.
Last thing I had was, in the role you're in now, there's going to be turnovers. Like, it's just obvious because you're going to have the ball more than you've had it before. But how are you able to, tonight, just overcome that mentally and still be in attack mode and still looking to make plays?
Just understanding that, I was tired as hell. It's the first game, and, I have been out for over a week now with the toe, so this is my first time getting back on the court, going up and down. So that first win was tough, but, that'll build through the season, and, we'll figure out spacing, and, I won't be turning the ball over 6 times a game.
Just to piggyback a little bit off that, when the game's on the line like that, how do you determine when to be aggressive and look for your shot and dish like you did?
I think they're just reads. Honestly, I was being aggressive. Those last 2 passes to Nurk and J.O. were supposed to be shots first. I rose up and the defender came, and, I made the play after that. But like I said, credit those guys for being in the right spot. They understand the spacing. Nurk knew he could catch it and drive and get an easy layup, and J.O., was amazing tonight. Not just that 3, just all over the offensive boards, getting us extra possessions and extra looks that we needed.
And what you've been doing this for a while, obviously. Before the game, going into this season, did it feel any different? I mean, was there excitement? Was there nervousness? How did you feel?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same routine every year. That first one, no matter what you say or how many years you have under your belt, you get anxious. That usually changes after a quarter or two. We brought the team together after the first quarter, and it was like, that was the first win. Now we're on to the season. And it's a whole new group, so everybody's getting to know each other, getting personality, and, I think communication is, what's next for us that we need to stress. Just talking to each other, even when teams go on run, just stick together and, weather the storm.
Devin, the Warriors usually have a strong third quarter, which they did tonight, but you guys really shut them down in the fourth quarter. How are you guys able to do that defensively?
It's tough. Obviously, Steph went out with 5 fouls. That helped a bit. He had a lot of momentum for their team, but, just sticking to the principles, sticking to the game plan. Like I said, communication trumps everything, and, in that third quarter, I think, we went mute, we went quiet, and, playing against a team like that with the experience that they have, you have to talk through every play 1 through 5, and, that's my job as a leader and everybody throughout the team, that just keep communicating with each other.
Devin, kind of bouncing off the playmaking specifically down stretch, in previous years you've played with a guy now on the other team that might have had the ball in his hands in those situations. How do you feel like playing with Chris Paul has prepared you for the role you have now, and maybe for those last 3 possessions in which you guys were able to put him away?
So many ways, not just one, but obviously he, is one of the best players, if not at manipulating the game and situations and reading the game and knowing what's going to happen before each possession. So, he's viewed the game for a very long time in a different spot, and he was somebody that I could be a sponge to for a very long time, and still to today, I'll ask him anything because, I've been in the league for a long time now. Not a lot of people care about it as much as he does. So, I love being around those type of people where, the focus is there, the commitment's there, and was he year 19, still doing it. So, very impressive.
Hi, Devin. One quick question. Are we expected to see more you in headband this season?
That's a good question. I don't know. I just take it day by day.
It looks good on you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I don't know how to even follow that.
Yeah, I don't want to hear from you no more.
You know what? You're probably right. You're probably right. I was going to make a comment about that. But no, I was going to ask. You mentioned communication. In the fourth quarter, is that what turned it defensively, that you guys started communicating?
I think so. The end of the third, the start of the fourth. We don't know each other. This is, we had a training camp, a few preseason games, and, we really haven't been tested and put in situations. And that's the beauty of a long NBA season. You get to use these games to prepare and, get ready for when it counts. And even though we're in game one, man, it just starts now. And, it's going to be an exciting season. Appreciate it.